Hello and welcome to this special presentation wherever you're watching in Australia or around the world from Homebush in Sydney, the Quaycentre, and it's the 4th Powerchair World Cup and it's finals time. We've got the third place playoff coming up and we've got the decider as well. Adam Peacock here. Great to have your company. Great to have the company of a man we usually see on our screens with football coverage here in Australia, Andy Harper, with a special role this week, of course, and the past few years, mate. Congratulations first up on a wonderful event we've experienced here in Sydney as you the chair of the local organising committee. A real buzz for you being involved in this great event as you're juggling away.
Yeah, mate, their range is a bit off. That's why the US are in the 3rd, 4th game, not the 1-2 game. Mate, Adam, it's been such a special week. I mean, it's been a drawn-out process. COVID has forced 2 postponements. This was originally supposed to be conducted in 2021, but for obvious reasons it was put off then, and a year later. We find ourselves now in 2023, 10 nations from around the world. It's just been the most uplifting experience, fantastic sport, great camaraderie, tensely competitive. And now we're left with the medal rounds to go, as you call it in Olympic sports, and that's what's starting to happen in football too, evidently.
And this one we're about to see is between Argentina and USA. USA in the round robins finished, every team played each other, 10 teams, and they've had 6 years of wait for this one. So it's a really special week, can't emphasise that enough. But France finished on top. We'll see the French in the final against England later. USA finished second on the table on 22 points, ahead of Argentina. And Harps, you were there when they solidified their spot in this top 4 and they went off the Argentinians.
Incredible. It's about this time yesterday, actually. And Argentina needed a draw in their last pool match against the US to secure that passage to the semi-finals. Denmark were lying in wait. If the Argies didn't get that draw, Denmark could have overtaken them and finished in the top 4. What we've seen in this World Cup is a continuation of the power block of the top 3 countries in the world. The USA, France and England in the final. Clearly the best 3 teams in the comp, but what's been pleasing for the Powerchair football aficionados around the world is how the gap is closing. Argentina have broken into that semi-final berth with a nail-biting draw against the US, but a really tenacious tournament otherwise. And they've had to do that match against the US and then the semi-final without their highest goal scorer, who's coming back tonight for the 3rd place match from a suspension. So they're in better shape coming into this one. Maybe the US a little bit on a downer after not making the final, which has been their habit till now.
Yeah, and if you're not across Powerchair, it's played on a court that's about the size of a netball or a basketball court, and there's posts that aren't fixed in, obviously, because the chairs sometimes go over them. A bigger ball, but some of the skill is just a sight to behold of these players. And Argentina have made it through, as you mentioned, Harps, and they've got a passionate crowd behind us. They're vibrant, as all Argentinian national teams do in football. There's a lot of noise around them. There's a lot of singing as well. It's great to see them at this stage.
They've been great travelling fans, as all the countries have. You know, they've really given a lot to the atmosphere. We've had a couple of great days with a lot of school kids coming and enjoying and sampling Powerchair football. You know, one of the catchphrase for us as a local organising committee has been about inclusion and awareness. And the more people can see the game and the people who play it, the more the barriers break down. But importantly for people in Powerchairs, for them to feel like they've got access to this game can change their lives, literally. Yep. The stories are legion out of this group of people of how this game actually gives them a reason and a platform on which to express their humanity and become better people and to contribute the way they want to a society like ours in general that needs as much contribution in a positive sense as it can get.
Let's have a look at the Argentinian card on our screens right now. So, yeah, they play with, well, what is it? What kind of formations do they play? The 1-3
typically with a defender.
Basically.
Goalkeepers often come out. They're not rooted to the goal line. They play as attackers as well. But typically a defensive player and 2 wingers. But a lot of interchange, obviously because of the 2v1 rule, which I know, Adam, you're going to explain.
Oh, well, I'll leave that to the voice of Powerchair football, Tony Jackson, in commentary. But here's Valentino Zeggarelli, who was actually led out the Argentinian side at the Men's World Cup in Qatar last year for the game against Australia. He was on the pitch for the anthems alongside Leo Messi, caught up with him a short time ago. What are the feelings and the motivations like ahead of maybe winning a medal here at the World Cup?
¿Cuáles son tus sensaciones y emociones que pensás con la posibilidad de ganar una medalla ahora en el Mundial?
Mucha alegría por todo el trabajo que vinimos haciendo durante estos años para llegar a esta competencia.
A lot of happiness because all of the work that has been done in all these years to get here in the best possible way to this competition.
what form do you find yourself in ahead of your last game here in Australia?
¿En qué estado te encontrás y en qué forma te encontrás vos y el equipo en este último partido acá en el Mundial?
¿El de Francia? ¿El de Francia?
No, ahora. ¿En qué estado se encuentra vos y el equipo ahora?
Estamos muy contentos porque nuestro objetivo era llegar a semifinales y lo pudimos lograr. Ya dejar todo ahora por el tercer puesto.
We're really happy and focused because this is one of the objectives we have, to be in the first three. So we are happy, enjoying the moment, but also focused because we know we have a really important game ahead.
Well, those who wear the number 10 of Argentina usually go okay, so wish him luck in that shirt.
Dice que generalmente los que tienen la 10 de Argentina suelen hacer bastante bien las cosas, así que te desea mucha suerte.
Thank you.
Gracias. That was Valentino, and let's have a look at the Americans who have had success at World Cups before. Harbs, I don't know, a little deflating not making the final,
Yeah.
but they're just such a happy bunch of people. They're so vibrant, and a few of their players are just a smile on their face 24/7.
Well, the player to watch, apart from all of them, is Riley Johnson, the number 10. The battle between him and Bolden in the semi-final, USA versus England, it was a battle of the Titans. Two similar players struggling for control of the game. It was just incredible. The US have been an amazing deliverer for power chair football.
Well, let's hear from Riley now. Well, mate, a bit of heartbreak in the semi-final, but how do you guys pick yourselves up for what is a huge game in itself coming up?
Oh, the tournament's not over. We're already moving forward. Not a result that we wanted, but it's time to move forward. We got a job to do, and looking forward to playing against Argentina.
Are these games this game that you're about to play in, is it a case of throwing it all there, or is it a cagey kind of outlook that you'll go in with?
Well, we're gonna leave it all on the court for sure. We're gonna throw everything we've got and make sure that nothing's left in the tanks.
Fourth one of these. How have you found this edition of a World Cup here in Australia?
It's been crazy how the level of play has skyrocketed from bottom to top, really. Games have been close and really exciting to watch different play styles emerging from all over the world. So it's been a great experience, yeah.
Unreal. Glad you enjoyed it. Enjoy this last one. Cheers.
Yeah, thank you.
Really special guest with me right now, one of Australia's, if not the greatest ever power chair player for Australia. You cop that, Abdullah Kareem?
A lot, mate, yeah.
You like the sound of that,
Yeah,
mate?
I do.
How's your week been? You're in the 5th and 6th playoff against Denmark. How do you feel about things?
Mate, it's been a hell of a week, hell of a fortnight, I should say. And we played the playoff just then, about half an hour ago, and we got 6th place in the world, unfortunately. But like I said, it's been a hell of a week, and the boys and girl Rebecca on our side, she's loved it, mate, and we've all loved it, and it's been a great tournament.
It's been a long bloody wait, hasn't it? I mean, it was 6 years since the last World Cup, and COVID put the handbrake on a lot of things in our lives. But I mean, how was that period for you, thinking, oh, is this going to happen?
Yeah, mate, it was really tough for everybody, I guess, in the past 3 years for COVID, and we were meant to have the World Cup 2 years ago in 2021, but that didn't happen. Then they delayed it to 2022. That didn't happen either, and here we are finally.
Mate, it's awesome to see you here, and you still got it, mate. I was watching a bit this week, and I saw the game against France. Unlucky, the best team in the world at the moment.
Yeah, we held them to only one goal, and
yeah,
very
awesome
proud of
game.
that.
Who wins this one, just quickly, USA or Argentina?
Yeah, I'll go USA. USA for 3rd place.
There you go. Abs, you're a legend, mate. Thanks for joining
Cheers,
us
mate.
shortly.
Thanks,
Let's
mate.
now go over to our commentator for this one. 3rd v 4th for the bronze medal at the World Cup, Argentina and USA. Let's say a very good afternoon to Tony Jackson.
Hello everybody and welcome to the 3rd place playoff contested between Argentina and USA. Huge thank you to NEP, Adam Peacock and Abdulkareem for that little preview ahead of this clash of the Titans between the United States of America and Argentina. Joined on commentary by Mr. Greg Baxter. How are you, Greg?
Very well, thank you, Ryan. This promises to be another very good game if the first one between these two is anything to go by.
Yeah, both will be extremely disappointed. They haven't earned themselves a spot in that coveted final later on this evening. But both of these nations have done themselves and their countries incredibly proud. Be really interested to see what Argentina can do within this one, who are continuing to grow across the tournament. They've got their number 10 superstar, Valentino Zingarelli, back within the squad following a 2-game suspension. In goal for Argentina, they've got Lisandro Oreti, typically plays in that central area. Behind him currently is Khalid Manzour on the right-hand wing, 𝐏𝐨𝐵 Lopez, and of course Valentino Zingarelli. Their challengers, the United States of America, that 3-time world champion status, just evaded them following that 1-0 defeat in the semi-final to England. They're comprised of Nathan Mayer, Riley Johnson, Alexis Here and Zachary Dickey. What are your predictions for this one, Greg?
A close affair. Obviously Argentina boosted by the return of their captain Zingarelli. Ryan, do you think it'd be unfair to say Argentina maybe defend better when Zingarelli is not present, but attack better when he is?
An attempt from Zach Dickey, just gets locked up on the edge of the box. As we've got a break in play, I will answer that question. I'll say Zingarelli provides a fantastic attacking outlet. They are naturally a more defensive unit without him, and that was probably shown perfectly in yesterday's game against the United States of America, which secured them that semi-final placement. We've got a set piece on the edge of the box. We know the USA are so lethal in these passages of play. It looks like Zach Dickey will take Riley Johnson just to his left, Alexis Here on the right-hand side of the box. Attempt the boom shot, just goes wide of the right post and bypasses Alexis Here, the USA number 5, out for an Argentina ball.
That was motoring though. There was some serious heat on that ball. If that was on target, I think the Argentinian defence would have been unmoved.
Dickey to Johnson, into the box, Zingarelli caught unaware, and Alexis Here slots the ball between Lisandro Oreti and Khalid Manzour to open the scoring. Fantastic work from USA as a whole, but clinically finished by Alexis Here. You should have confirmation of that goal on your screens now, and USA look like they've put down an early statement of intent for that 3rd place.
Where's that been from the United States all tournament? That open passing play. We have been calling for that, I think. They've been lethal from set pieces, dribbling. We've not seen enough of them as a passing outlet. And that was beautiful.
We heard from Riley Johnson in the lead up to the game, and they basically just said they're not going to leave, they're going to leave everything out there on the court, go back to the United States of America with no regrets with how they performed. And that there was just a testament to that. We're seeing a lot more attacking bravery from the 4 players of Tracy Mayer's side, as Zingarelli is going to try and get Argentina back into this. Arguably one of the standout players of the tournament, and I beg the question, if he was present in that semi-final, would it have looked different? Could Argentina have dethroned France?
I certainly know what would have looked different. Would have been the MVP of the tournament race. I think Zingarelli would have been right up there had he not missed 3 games.
I think he's still within consideration. He's been absolutely sensational. For all of those that don't know, as 𝐏𝐵 Lopez tries to get past Nathan Mayer and Zach Dickey. At the start of this week, Argentina and Buenos Aires were announced as the hosts of the 2026 FIPFA Powerchair Football World Cup. And if this week's been just a flavour of the passion that South American teams have, we're in for quite a treat, Greg.
I honestly already can't wait, but this tournament is not over yet.
Nathan Mayer will pass back to Riley Johnson to his right. Zingarelli quick to intercept. I spoke about it in the warm-up. That famous number 10 for Argentina. He's carrying that torch absolutely brilliantly.
Right. It looks almost as if, sorry Ryan, Tracy Mayer has just let the shackles off the United States and gone, all right, we're disappointed we're not in the final, but you know what? go out there in this final game and have fun, because this has been a brilliant start by the United States.
It has. For all those who don't know, United States of America in a nice navy blue kit. Their goalkeeper Nathan Mayer in green. They're shooting it from right to left. Argentina in the famous blue and white. Lisandro Orretti, the designated goalkeeper, in pink. As Riley Johnson can't quite get to that, but a nice flick back from 𝐨𝐫𝐿𝐼. Khaled Manzour would have wanted to put a little bit more power on that. Alexis here pressures almost immediately. Zach Dickey on the edge of the box. To Dickey, goes past him. 𝐨𝐫𝐿𝐼 can't quite get the pace to wrap his chair around the ball, but an Argentina kick in makes it irrelevant. Lisandro Orretti to take. 𝐨𝐫𝐿𝐼 in the centre, passed quickly by Orretti. He's going to dribble by the Argentina number 10. Flicked back to the right. Lopez on the side. Zach Dickey reversed into him, but probably the right call from the referee, Nico Balin. And just while we get a moment, let's go through the officials. Nicolas Balin, hailing from France, our central referee. Assistant referee number 1 is Mark Simon Green from Australia. Leonardo Frega, the assistant referee number 2. The fourth official for this one, Ellie Smithers from Australia. Zach Dickey bypasses 𝐿𝐵 Lopez. He's going to try and push the number 11 winger to the right hand side. Contact off the ball between Zach Dickey and 𝐿𝐵 Lopez. Nico Balin just telling everyone to calm down, doesn't want tensions to boil over in the first 7 or so minutes.
To any new viewers, anyone would think that the United States are the side that are just happy to be in this position. They are playing with smiles on their faces. Zach Dickey, we spoke about it during the week, he's such a charismatic player. He is loving life right now.
Yeah, we spoke about it on commentary in the semi-final. Just the vocal presence he and the other USA team have, the team cohesion as a whole, has a real good feel-good factor around it. You can't help but be brought into the journey of the United States of America. They've had fantastic support across this tournament from the United States extended national teams. As Orretti passes to 𝐿𝐵 Lopez, who weaves to the right-hand side brilliantly. He's going to approach Nathan Mayer in the USA box. Just guided out by Dickey. Very fiery player, 𝐿𝐵 Lopez was excellent yesterday in both their win over the Republic of Ireland and the United States of America.
The goal for Argentina. Bit lax at the back from the United States there. Riley Johnson in blocking the quick kick in taken by 𝐿𝐵 Lopez. Just allowed it to roll into the path of 𝐨𝐫𝐿𝐼, who his first shot hit Riley Johnson square in the bumper. The rebound hit 𝐨𝐫𝐿𝐼 and it flew into that near post. Argentina out of nowhere make it 1-1.
Yeah, it's that man again, Valentino 𝐨𝐫𝐿𝐼. He's been lighting up the Quaycentre here in the Sydney Olympic Park, and once again registers another goal to his name. He's in possession of the ball now, met by Riley Johnson, the two number 10s of Argentina and USA. Into the box, very physical. You can probably understand why he's had them 2 suspensions across the 2023 FIPFA Powerchair Football World Cup. Riley Johnson now trying to dispossess, unable to do so.
Ryan, I'm sat here with my jaw wide open. That was silky from Riley Johnson. He just dribbled from his own goal line behind his keeper and just won a set piece of the halfway line. That was incredible.
He's surely another player in for a shout of the most valuable across this competition. There's so many players that feel they'll want to be recognised as some of the standout performers. That's, of course, if you look past the French team comprised of some world-class talent. There's that Valentino Zeggarelli finish on your screens now to level the tie. Apologies for the technical difficulties with the match clock. We've had 10 minutes. Lisandro Orretti to take into Zeggarelli, flick to 𝐏𝐵 Lopez, and a chance here. Nathan Mayer called into defensive action. Riley Johnson present on the edge of the box. This is good work from Argentina, who started the competition with a few defeats, but picked it up from there. And they'll be disappointed they're not present in this evening's final. Riley Johnson to Zach Dickey, not before our referee awarded the infringement in favour of the South Americans. So Lisandro Orretti to take. There you're seeing just that contact from Riley Johnson, a little bit too forceful in pursuit of the ball. Zach Dickey, no doubt, wants to guide it over to his captain on the right. Has the near-on impossible task of preventing Zeggarelli from advancing. Orretti now supporting the attack. As mentioned at the start of the game, it's Khaled Mansour who occupies the most defensive role for large percentages of the game. Orretti, a very advancing, roaming goalkeeper. Dickey, lot of contact out there. Nico Ballin, our central referee, has to be very much aware of the physicality that these teams are showing. A nice pick-off from 𝐏𝐵 Lopez to take it out of Riley Johnson's path, out for a USA ball.
USA have done well to just stem the Argentinian sort of momentum after that equaliser. They are back in the driving seat a little bit here.
𝐏𝐵 Lopez, Alexis here, quiet since her earlier goal, trying to regain that advantage. Out of play. Leonardo Frega deems that to come off an Argentina chair last. Sorry, a USA chair last. So it's the South Americans that come away with the goal kick. There's the close-up. Very close call. Khaled Mansour. Zeggarelli to his right, Orretti to his left. Chooses the former, tries to get past Alexis here, cuts the Argentina number 10 off. Orretti. Down the court, 𝐏𝐵 Lopez sends it into the path of Zeggarelli. Too much pace for him to receive on that right-hand side.
Zeggarelli and Zachary Dickey just getting a little bit fighty with one another. Zeggarelli felt like he was blocked off, reversed into by Zachary Dickey earlier.
Alexis here will do well to keep that in play. Certainly the right intention from the USA number 5. Out for an Argentina ball. There's options on the bench, as we've seen across this tournament. Argentina have Arturo Rodriguez, Juan Bautista D'Angelo, Walter Vignola, and the very impressive Augustin Zanoli at their disposal should Sebastian Teixeira wish to use them. Riley Johnson now into Zach Dickey. Would have wanted a little bit more snappiness on that pass, and Zeggarelli capitalises. Nathan Mayer clears off the front of Zeggarelli's chair. Riley Johnson locked on that line. Goes in the favour of the USA. For Tracy Mayer, he has the options of Jordan Dickey, James Seffick, Peter Winslow and Natalie Russo-Dickey at his disposal should he wish to use them. across this third place playoff. It's Argentina 1, USA 1. We've got 5.5 minutes left of this first half. 𝐏𝐵 trying to bypass Riley Johnson, does so brilliantly. 𝐨𝐫𝐵 now in support, flick back to 𝐅𝐸𝐻. One of the players who just never stops for a second, Riley Johnson. Constant presence in both defence and attack for USA. You can tell why he's appointed as the captain for his country. Tracey Mayer must have so much faith in his ability in all passages of play. 𝐏𝐵 ricochet off of Zach Dickey's chair. 𝐨𝐫𝐵 now trapped by Alexis here. 2-on-1 in favour of Argentina. The right call from Nico Berlin. Alexis here too close to her teammate.
I suppose since that Argentina equaliser about 7 minutes ago now, the US have gone back to their sort of dribbling ways, whereas before that they were playing with a lot of free-flowing. They looked really happy trying to just pass it around, which was really actually quite refreshing to see from the US.
Looks like we're going to get a double change for the USA. Tracey Mayer looking to his bench. We'll get confirmation of them changes when they happen. Looks like Peter Winslow is one of the players ready to come on, as is James Sefik.
Apparently Sefik, while his legal name is James, everyone calls him Peyton. And on comes Pete Winslow, the man who generates just such incredible power, as demonstrated there.
𝐨𝐫𝐵 over to 𝐏𝐵. Get confirmation of that Peter Winslow substitute in just a few seconds' time. 𝐏𝐵 trying to bypass the defensive duo of Here and Mayer.
Good work there by 𝐏𝐵. Just such a good dribbler of the ball. He went toe to toe with arguably the best around, Momo Galami, earlier on in their semi-final.
𝐏𝐵 on the far left-hand side. 𝐅𝐸𝐻, probably the most obvious option. He opts to choose his goalkeeper. He couldn't do anything to really recycle or continue that attack. Disappointing for Sebastian Teixeira's players. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Nothing to separate the sides approaching the interval. All the way back to Alexis here, who guides an effort goal bound, as does Sefik on the right. Not before. 2-on-1 awarded in the Argentines' favour. Great play. Alexis here, really positive and brave in the box, looking for hers and America's second.
Argentina trying to get something going just before half time. You thought they'd be pretty happy with 1-1 at half time, Ryan?
Considering the way that the USA started, most definitely. Argentina starting to grow in this game. If they're going to get back in this game, you would arguably say now is a great chance to do so, with both Riley Johnson and Jordan Dickey on the bench. But Pete Winslow, we know how clinical and accurate he is with these kicks, and it goes all the way into the back wheel of Caleb Manzour, marking that right-hand post. Peyton Sefik can't recycle it at the initial instance, but set piece on the right-hand side. You can see Tracey Mayer crouched down, observing the action as Sefik breaks away from Winslow, drops back. It's obviously a routine of theirs Into Alexis here in the left-hand side of the post. Absolutely brilliant. Her second goal of the game. She's been clinical.
These United States set pieces are just incredible. How many times, Ryan, have we seen this time and time again? Brilliant power from Pete Winslow. Just dummy this time by Peyton Sefik. And all Alexis here had to do was just guide it past Uretti and Manzour on the line. Brilliant little finish, and that got the applause of Tracy Meyer.
Nothing Kaleb Manzour in between the sticks could do. Rooted to his spot for half-time. Sees Argentina trail by 2-1. Two brilliant Alexis here finishes. Sees them have one hand on the bronze medal. So give me your thoughts on that one, Greg.
What we saw was two different United States. So one we haven't seen all tournament. That first sort of 8-9 minutes, they were happy. They were playing some free-flowing passing football. That's what some of us have been crying out this evening, because we know they have the ability. Then Argentina got the equaliser, and they kind of just went back into their shells. We go, right, okay, we're going to go with our main game plan of dribbling past you and then getting set pieces. Argentina are no slouches in the dribble, though.
It's something we saw in that England semi-final. The reluctance for Tracy Mayer to utilise all four players in attacking phases of play. It was only when England scored he opted to take off Nathan Mayer and bring on Alexis here in that goalkeeper position. He was very advanced, very roaming. We're seeing that almost now. Be interesting to see if he opts to stick with Nathan Mayer in this second. They'll start to get that free-flowing attacking football going. They're regaining of the advantage, no doubt a testament to Peter Winslow, who now, I believe, has 15 assists across the competition, leading the standings. So should Brian Weiss, who has 13 to his name, not manage to amass more than 2 in the World Cup final, he will take home the golden assist, golden creator, and he's absolutely worthy of it.
Who's to say he's not done yet? Still another 20 minutes of football for him to add on to his tallies, affectionately known as Boomstick by his fellow US teammates. There was cry of that from the bench whenever he's lined up to take a set piece, and I mean, these deliveries he puts in go off like rockets.
So thank you to all that are joining us. Hope you can join myself and Greg Baxter for the second half shortly.
Argentina, hotly contested. It's not just a throwaway match this one.
No, not at all. And tellingly, the second goal for the US came from the set piece, which has been the cornerstone of their dominant play through the tournament. In fact, you can probably
We'll just share one.
it's that type of week.
Yeah.
You could probably trace the US's struggles this week after a really dominant 5-0 win against Australia game 1, and their set pieces just ripped the Aussies to shreds. Since then, they've lost that precision, which has been telling. It's what's brought them back to the pack a little bit. But the second goal from Alexis here was them back into the swing of things. Argentina, great value, though, in that first half.
Absolutely. Well, just to score 1-1, and just to give us an idea for those who haven't been across it all week, just tuning in for our finals coverage, just the type of strategies that are used, and a lovely little goal here for USA.
Yeah, like I say, with the USA, I'm a novice at this game, but it's been great to watch this week and over the last few years, watching the games and the players develop. Argentina and Uruguay, their cross-river cousins from South America, play a very compact, very defensive and tactical game, and they like to close the court up. And 𝐏𝐨𝐰𝐿𝐏, that's his 9th or 10th goal of the season, the tournament. He's a fantastic player. But this is where the USA are at, these set pieces. And power, precision, players moving in I don't know quite how they do it. I've been watching it for a week. But how they manipulate their chair and get the angle right on the contact point of the chair to hit the path of an ongoing player in these set-piece moments to get these goals, it's really something to see. So it's poised nicely at half-time in the third-place playoff match. Argentina surprised US in the round-robin game 1-1. Can they do it again in the second half?
Yeah, and a reminder, we've got the final coming up between France and England. France have been dominant all week, and England just edged past the US of A in that semi-final. So we're almost getting set for this second half, and it's been a magnificent week. And we've got the crescendo a bit later on with that final, but the US are pretty happy. And there's De Gea, man. He's just enthusiastic about everything, and he's a ray of sunshine out there, isn't he? He's a bundle of enthusiasm.
A lot of communication, a lot of energy, a lot of positive energy, and a fantastic player in his own right. But this Argentina are leading the charge as this tournament has unfolded to be the next team to break into the power block of 3. France, England contest the final at 7 p.m. and the USA make up the power 3 in Powerchair football. Argentina looking to take some skin off one of the big boys. And they're very close to doing it. They've had a great tournament. For them to make the Final Four is a huge achievement in itself.
Well, the Americans have just broken their huddle. Their coach was out of it for the last minute or so. It was very much player-driven, and they've got a documentary crew following them, so we'll have to wait until that documentary comes out to find out what they said. But it's words into actions right now. The second half is coming your way. It's back to TJ in commentary.
Adam, thank you very much. We're back for the second half.
Hello everyone and welcome back to this second half in the third place playoff in the 2023 FIPFA Powerchair Football World Cup between Argentina and USA, which is currently separated by 2-1 in the favour of the Americans. Two fantastic Alexis here finishes in the first half. They're looking to start the second. How they finished the first, immediately attacking on the right hand side through Peter Winslow, once again joined on commentary by Greg Baxter.
Ryan, Argentina under a little bit of early pressure here, deep in their own half.
Fantastic assessment from the NEP broadcast, Andy Harper and Adam Peacock. So encouraging and promising to see that it's getting recognised across the country of Australia, broadcast live across mainstream television. You join myself and Greg on the YouTube stream. Peter Winslow reverses into 𝐏𝐨𝐰𝐿𝐏. Interestingly, goes in the favour of the American number 9. So a set piece on the right hand side. We don't need to keep saying it. Peter Winslow, absolutely clinical. Precision, power, and intention, more importantly. He's always got an intended target in his head.
And 9 times out of 10 he will find that target.
So Peyton Sefik, deep in the half, he attempts an effort at goal off the chair of Lisandro Orretti.
Cycles the power of that ball. The deflection off of Orretti managed to clear the advertising board we have around the court.
Peter Winslow fired into the back. of Lissandra Oretti's chair. Winslow, guided goal bound by Peyton Sefik, out for a corner ball. Argentina struggling to break this American attack. Oretti and Manzor soaking up the pressure. Zegarelli on the edge of the box. Watch Peyton Sefik just vacate the space. And it switches over. Alexis here, attempts an effort. Peyton Sefik, not once but twice. Not before, 2-on-1 awarded in Argentina's favour. They're absolutely brilliant at them passages of play.
The brain behind that play is large. That was just thought up so creatively, sending a man in motion, as we see often in American football, as a distraction, but you never know if the front man is just the distraction or if they're the one that are going to shoot. Alexis Hare was very close to maybe getting her hat-trick there.
Zegarelli met by Peter Winslow. Out of play for an Argentina ball. You can see Sebastian Teixeira and his assistant coach on the far-hand side as they call for a 2-on-1 to be awarded in their favour, which they do. Once again, to roll through the officials, Nicolas Balin, the central referee from France, Mike Simon Green from Australia, and Leonardo Frega from Argentina. The assistants on either side, Ellie Smithers, the fourth. Alexis here doesn't back down in that exchange. Zegarelli dispossessed. Peter Winslow into the path of Alexis here, who's searching for her hat-trick. Attempt from Peter Winslow into Manzor. The ball just out of play for a kick-in on the far side.
What play will the United States run here to steal a phrase from American football?
They must terrify Oretti and Manzor. They're positioning well. Down to Alexis here. Attempts an effort. Cleared off the line by Oretti. And a chance for Argentina to break. Nathan Mayer itching to come out of his box to try and limit the Argentina number 10. But Peter Winslow gets back brilliantly at the first exchange. Danger still present. Zegarelli on the left-hand side. Out for a corner kick.
One thing I will say about those corners is dangerously close to a 2-on-1 every time for the United States. But a good little counter attack by Argentina and a chance for them to get their equaliser here, Ryan.
So Heber Lopez has the option of Zegarelli and Oretti at the back. Oretti attempts an effort to squeeze it in that right-hand post. Cleared out of danger by Peyton Sefik. This is exactly what Sebastian Teixeira will want to see from his players. Yet to look at the bench for more inspiration. Heber Lopez with responsibility over this one. Into Zegarelli. Sends a shot goal bound just wide of the right-hand post. It remains Argentina 1, USA 2.
Really encouraging signs there. A couple of set pieces causing a little bit of danger for the United States. Just need to be aware that 2-1 Argentina are really very much still in this.
Winslow down to Sefik, just locks up on the side of his chair, so possession gifted back to Argentina. He comes to sweep up now the USA number 8, and brilliant pressure, space too condensed in that USA half, so rightfully 2-on-1 is awarded in their favour. But they're definitely being brave, Argentina, which could leave vulnerability at the back.
Spoke about how charismatic Jackie Dick is. That's not just on the pitch, that's off it. He is vocal on that bench for the United States. Good opportunity there.
Yeah.
For Alexis Hare.
She was millimetres away from making contact with that ball. She's looking to trap Zegarelli in this top right-hand corner. Lopez, Peter Winslow lets that roll out of play. They're always looking to reset the play. Happy to let it roll out It means they can regroup and utilise one of these absolutely clinical dead balls into the side of 𝐼𝐸. Locks up on the back of 𝐏𝐵 chair, so Winslow with possession on the left. Khalid Manzoor needs to be careful there. Nico Bolim ready to blow his whistle, which he does. 2-on-1 awarded in favour of Argentina, and a little bit of respite on 𝐼𝐸 and Manzoor.
Good heads-up play there by Manzoor, not letting that ball roll out of play, because he knows how dangerous US set pieces are from there.
Winslow, good contact from Zegarelli, not allowed from our central referee. Absolutely bullied his way past Peter Winslow, who's equally as physical as the Argentina number 10.
That was some really heavy contact. Just might need to watch himself. Already had 2 red cards this tournament, despite how good he is.
Peter Winslow straight for goal. It would have registered being a direct free kick as a result of that excessive force foul awarded by the referee. Zegarelli now once again forceful play as he guides the ball into the USA half and box. A little bit too much pace to keep in play, but I just hope it's translated how passionate he is, the Argentina number 10. Taken this competition by storm, and I'd arguably say he's the most popular person in Sydney at present. Winslow into Cefic, going to let that roll out of play. Just under 29 minutes played. Argentina still trail USA by 2-1.
Double substitution here for the United States. The goal scorer for the US, Alexis Hare, and Peyton Cefic go off, and on comes Jordan Dickey and Riley Johnson back on the field and back in possession.
Yep. Confirmation of that first change as Zegarelli is going to be met by Nathan Mayer. He's going to try and dribble to the left-hand side of the USA goalkeeper. Been fairly untested in this game, just that earlier Zegarelli finish that's challenged him. Confirmation of that second change sees Jordan Dickey enter the fray in place of Peyton Cefic. Strong appeals from the Argentina coaches, as shown on your screen now.
They've not been afraid to let the officiating crew know what they think the right decision is all week, Ryan.
Yeah. USA arguably with their strongest 4 on the court at present. Will no doubt start to dictate this tempo of the game. Be intrigued to see if Argentina make any changes as a result. 𝐏𝐵 Lopez with an opportunity on the left-hand side. Zegarelli the closest option. 𝐼𝐸 well marked at the back post, as you can see on your screens. An attempt from Lopez wide of the left-hand post, out for a goal kick.
That's a real waste. 𝐏𝐵 Lopez there. Good opportunity. Only 9 minutes left. Just have that shot at the near post. I don't think it would have gone in, even if it had been on target. But to not get it on target even is incredibly disappointing.
Winslow, brilliant play into the side of Riley Johnson's chair, millimetres away from picking out a pass to Jordan Dickey. What a beautiful passage of play had that come off.
That was a lovely, well thought out little move there. Johnson would have just flicked into Dickey's path.
𝐏𝐨𝐰𝐏𝐅𝐀 just telling all the players in his vicinity to calm down. Contact has been continuing. So 𝐅𝐸𝐻𝑡 to take. 𝐨𝐫𝐸𝐿𝐼 to his right. Lopez to his left. Into 𝐷𝐾𝐈. Off the front of 𝐨𝐫𝐸𝐿𝐼's chair. Johnson into Jordan 𝐷𝐾𝐈, just nicks up off the back of Herbert Lopez's chair. Play allowed to continue from the referee. Out for an Argentina ball. It's contact once again between them two players. Argentina look the better of the two sides at the moment.
You feel they need to as well, because there are just over 7 minutes left. They just do require that one goal to potentially take the game to extra time, or maybe give themselves time to find 2 goals and get a winner. 𝐨𝐫𝐸𝐿𝐼 starting to become more and more influential as Argentina is starting to dominate more, as you'd expect, Ryan.
I don't know if the sound of the contact is picked up across our broadcast. It ricochets through the Quaycentre. Typically Valentino 𝐨𝐫𝐸𝐿𝐼, one of the two players in question. 𝐅𝐸𝐻𝑡 just controls with the left-hand side of his chair. Bypasses Jordan 𝐷𝐾𝐈. Quickly met by Riley Johnson, the USA captain. Once again, contact from 𝐨𝐫𝐸𝐿𝐼. 2-on-1 is the decision from the referee. We're going to get a substitution, the first for Argentina. We've signalled, but it looks like Zach 𝐷𝐾𝐈 will be the player entering the game.
Not quite ready yet. Just needs maybe something wrong with his chair now.
Yeah, it looks like his chair has lost functionality, so play continues with the 4 that they have on the court at present. Pete Winslow and Riley Johnson in communication. They're going to try the boom boom again, just wide of the left-hand post. So much power, just lacking the accuracy on that occasion.
You stand absolutely no chance of getting anywhere near that if that is on target. 𝐅𝐸𝐻𝑡 barely had time to move his chair. And now the substitution will take place. I think they want to take Pete Winslow off, given he is one more contact foul away from a yellow card. As if the Argentinian fans did any more noise, the very vocal Danish fans have gone and joined them in the left bleachers above this court, Ryan.
So confirmation of that change on your screens now. Thank you to all that are joining in to this third place playoff. You join myself, Ryan Sipple, alongside Greg Baxter for the action. Herbert Lopez to try and prevent 𝐷𝐾𝐈. Contact not allowed from the referee. Jordan 𝐷𝐾𝐈, the player in question, gets a warning from 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐼𝐿𝐼.
Yeah, he got the pass away, but his follow through then took him into Herbert Lopez, who did well to just park himself in the way there. So, just over 4 minutes left. Can Argentina find a way to get an equaliser? One thing I would say is don't count out the Argentinians, because they have had a lot of late goals, Ryan.
Yes, they have. Riley Johnson with possession. 𝐨𝐫𝐸𝐿𝐼 on the right-hand side. You can see the passionate fans in the bleacher seating behind this court. Caleb Manzour been very isolated in defence. An attempt from 𝐨𝐫𝐸𝐿𝐼, audacious almost, out of play.
Just shows how much confidence he has. He backs himself in any situation. He's done it time and time again for his country this tournament. Can he dig just a little bit deeper and find one more moment to perhaps extend this game into extra time? Oh, more heavy contact there. Which way is that going to go?
Very heavy contact between 𝐏𝐵𝐿𝐿opez and Jordan Dickey. The 2-on-1 with the decision deemed by the referee to supersede the contact in terms of its order. On the topic of 𝐨𝐫𝐿, it's just almost absolutely gutting that we have to wait nearly 3 years to see him in action on the world stage again when he and Argentina host the 2026 iteration of the FIPFA Powerchair Football World Cup.
But how good will it be to see him in front of a home crowd? We've seen the passion they have now. This small fraction of support looks like it's going to be a change in goalkeeper or tactic perhaps for Argentina. I can see the assistant coach holding another pink jersey.
Neither side has them subs ready to be made, so no doubt play will continue at present. 𝐼𝐨𝐨𝐵𝐿 taken by 𝐨𝐫𝐿. Looks like Augustin Zanoli, the player who will enter the fray, maybe in place of 𝐼𝐨𝐿. Looking to adorn the pink goalkeeper jersey on Zanoli on the far side, as you can probably make out. Dispossessed by 𝐨𝐫𝐿. Jordan Dickey into 𝐼𝐨𝐿. 𝐼𝐨𝐿 with possession, 𝐏𝐵𝐿𝐿opez the far option. Flicked across the box, cleared by Riley Johnson. Just locked up in the box. 𝐼𝐨𝐿 can't capitalise as we approach the final minute of this third place playoff. Dickey into the side of 𝐨𝐫𝐿's chair. It's going to be a very late change for Argentina as they desperately pursue that equaliser. Johnson. Zach Dickey has to vacate the space and does so well. Calling for that change now. As you can see, Zanoli on the far side. It's going to be 𝐏𝐵𝐿𝐿opez adorning the jersey of goalkeeper Augustin Zanoli coming on for 𝐼𝐨𝐿. Should have confirmation coming on your screens now. Very late on, just 20 seconds left on the clock.
What I can guarantee is that if Argentina do find an equaliser, the roof will erupt off this Quaycentre.
Yeah, tension starting to build around the Quaycentre as Nico Berlin takes a look at his watch. How much time would he have accrued across this second half? 𝐨𝐫𝐿 desperately trying to get his country up the court. Zanoli yet to have any involvement, just vacating the space on the right. It will take a miracle if Argentina are to get back into this game.
Free kick given there for reversing in. Is that it for Argentina? Regardless, Ryan, I really hope they don't feel disheartened. They've had a fantastic World Cup.
Contact once again from 𝐨𝐫𝐿. No, I completely agree. They've been a joy to watch and commentate on.
Judging by the mix and array of support in the bleachers with the Argentinians, I think they've become everyone's favourite team here. As you say, it's been a joy to watch and commentate them.
We've had a minute over the regulation 20. Nico Berlin takes a look at his watch once again. Jordan Dickey into Riley Johnson, and that will be the last kick of the game. It's the United States of America who secured the third place placement in the 2023 FIPFA Powerchair Football World Cup. It's not what they would have wanted. They came to Australia with strong expectations of securing their third world title, but considering how the competition's played out, they'll be happy that they finished on a positive note, Greg.
Yeah, and you saw in the opening 9 minutes they seemed happy enough. they were playing some free-flowing football. They've ground out almost that 2-1 victory, and that's credit to Argentina for making the game so bitty and dribbly almost. The United States, their set pieces have shone through. If it was a World Cup for set pieces, they would be winning by a country mile.
Absolutely, they would. There's confirmation of the score and scorers. Alexis here dictating the tempo really on. Considering how they came out the traps, it could have been a very difficult game for Argentina. But an equaliser 8 minutes in from Valentino Zeggarelli ensured that it was competitive throughout. A 20-minute goal from Alexis here, the deciding factor in the end to take her tally up to 6 for the tournament. A fantastic game. Advert for Powerchair Football as we get ready for the final this evening, 7 o'clock Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and that will be contested between world champions France and European champions England. We hope you can join us for that one. Thank you all once again from myself, Ryan Sippel, and my co-commentator Greg Baxter.